On the news around the world tonight, Southwest leaders support death penalty for kidnappers. Oyo government reaffirms joint stakeholder efforts to fight crime. And 19 killed in Morocco building collapse. Good evening, and thank you for joining us on the news around the world. I am Buluwaji Ogumola. On the sign language corner is Korede Oluleye. Southwest leaders under the aegis of Southwest Security Stakeholders Summit have supported calls for state police and the death penalty for kidnappers. They cited this as a way of addressing the multifaceted security challenges in the country. This formed the key resolutions from the summit hosted in Lagos by the Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò of Yoruba land, Iba Gani Adams, and other Yoruba leaders. In a communique jointly issued by Iba Gani Adams, Professor Kolawole Rahim, and Amitolu Shitu, the Yoruba leaders expressed commitment to addressing insecurity in the region. They pledged to foster a coordinated and inclusive approach to crime prevention, conflict resolution, and the restoration of peace and order across Yoruba land. They noted that kidnapping and banditry in Nigeria remain a hydra-headed monster that instills fear in the populace. Nasarawa State Governor Abdullahi Sule has announced a sweeping suspension of mining activities across the state. This is part of renewed efforts to fight banditry and kidnapping. Governor Sule made the decision known at a briefing with members of the State Executive Council at Government House in Lafia. He expressed concern that illegal mining activities have become haven for criminal groups. The governor added that the move aligns with the resolutions of the Northern Governors Forum, which recently met in Kaduna. The Oyo State government has reaffirmed a commitment to crime fighting by enhancing collaboration with traditional institutions, local governments, as well as further investment in the state security architecture. Special advisor to the state governor on security, Fatai Owosheni, gave the assurance while addressing journalists after the expanded security meeting held at the House of Chiefs, State Secretariat, Agodi, Ibadan. Details are presented by Governor's Office correspondent, Olalekan Sulaiman.
The Oyo State Governor and Chief Security Officer, Engineer Seyi Makinde, on Wednesday, led key security stakeholders, including traditional rulers, local government chairmen, and state service chiefs, in an expanded strategic meeting aimed at reviewing and strengthening the state security architecture. Briefing newsmen on the outcome of the closed-door meeting, the special advisor to the governor on security, CP Fatai Owosheni, retired, described the nation's security situation as worrisome. Earlier expanded security meeting became necessary to further strengthen Oyo State security architecture and enhance coordinated responses across all fronts.
We should make sure that we put this in practice. Putting it in practice by engaging more with the non-state actors, with the vigilantes, with the traditional hunters that know the nooks and crannies of all the states, including those areas that appear ungovernable.
CP Owosheni, retired, noted that while Oyo State continues to enjoy relative peace, explained that through the state integrated security architecture, a comprehensive strategy has been developed to boost response capacity, including the deployment of strategic security teams to key locations across the state.
So further, emphatically, wants the people in Oyo State to know that Oyo State is not under occupation in any way whatsoever by insurgents. And we have achieved this through the proactive measures that have been appreciation to the effort of His Excellency in investing hugely on security infrastructure.
According to Mr. Wosheni, the expanded security meeting also resolved to integrate local hunters into the state security architecture and to commence clearance operations in the Old Oyo Park and bushy areas around the Ibadan-led city axis. In their separate remarks, the representative of the traditional rulers, Oba Abiodun Koladaisi, the chairman of the Association of Local Government Chairmen, Honorable Sikiru Sanda, and the State Commissioner for Justice, Mr. Abiodun Aikomo, commended while pledging their continued operation in advancing security efforts across the Oyo State. They also expressed support for the involvement of non-state actors in strengthening the state security framework. Among the traditional rulers that attended the meeting were the Olubadan of Ibadan land, Oba Rashidi Adewolu Ladoja, Showon of Ogbomoso, Oba Gandhi Afolabi, Olalekan Sulaiman. BCOS News.
We shall now take a short commercial break. Please stay tuned.
All right, everyone, no put your ears, make we talk. Shout my team fresh now, but you know, I beg no be so. Ever heard of Colgate, the #1 oral care brand in the world? For zero cavities and long-lasting fresh breath. Mom, you got time to brush. Mama and Papa buy up, use up, and shine your smile. No more cover mouth. Because Colgate, that's what do ya down with your smile.
Ike, you are jogging since when?
Freshio, a good source of vitamins A, B6, B12, D, and zinc that keeps you active and refreshed on the go.
You're so full of life these days, Ike. Since when?
Hey, it's Friday.
Party tonight?
After this long day of work, and you too, since when?
Freshio, wholesome goodness every day. Grab your bottle now.
We've got news. Freshio Kids Pack is back with a straw hole.
Bro, transfer.
Now money point, Oga.
No worries, I've go make am. Mo go buy ball.
Victor, even you, they use money point.
Of course now, they use money points.
Confirm.
Money Point, made for your progress.
When malaria knocks you down, you can be sure parasites are having a party in your system.
Welcome to our new kingdom, guys.
Comel, an effective weapon against malaria.
Coleman!
Attacking the parasite army directly to give you express relief and get you back on your feet effectively. Comel on. Malaria gone.
Natural sun-ripened yellow corn. Individually whole-flaked to preserve its natural goodness. That's what makes Nasco cornflakes truly whole-flaked.
Protect every day with Hypo. Dirty and stains don't be do shakara. We got the remedy, original palasa. Hypo, go Hypo. Protect your home every day with Hypo.
No green. Protect every day with Hypo.
Confidence is important in life's little moments. Strong teeth can help, even if they get her into trouble sometimes. A great smile is useful to break the ice, and making friends is easier when you know you have fresh breath. I give my family confidence with Pepsodent Triple Protection 123. Its antibacterial action formula gives them cavity protection, white teeth, and fresh breath. The confidence of 3 toothpaste in 1. Pepsodent Triple Protection 123.
In today's fast-paced world, staying ahead demands peak performance from our bodies.
Like never before, our bodies need an optimum supply of essential nutrients, and Supermalt supports our daily nutritional needs.
Supermalt has 20 essential vitamins, minerals, and natural extracts for overall health and wellness. One Supermalt a day gives you energy and vitality, improves your mental performance, and supports your immunity.
chairman of the Oyo State Anti-Corruption Agency, Oyaka, retired Justice Enieson, has advised the public to promptly report suspected corrupt practices to the nearest office of the anti-graft agency. Justice Eson was discussing the anti-corruption crusade in Nigeria on the BCOS TV Current Affairs Breakfast Program, AM 120. BCOS reporter Olamide Owolabi monitored the program and compiled these details.
While speaking on anti-corruption crusade in Nigeria, the chairman of the Oyo State Anti-Corruption Agency, Oyaka, Honorable Justice Eni Eson retired, noted that the state government has created an enabling environment for the agency to function effectively and has continued to provide full financial support. She explained that the agency has taken a sensitization campaign across the geopolitical zones of the state, and so far, Oyaka has handled more than 550 cases, secured about 7 convictions, and currently has 14 individuals facing trial.
When Oyaka was set up, it was the ICPC that came to train us. All the officers were trained by the ICPC Academy, which is in Kebbi. And whenever we receive petitions in which we don't have jurisdiction to look into, we refer them to the appropriate agencies like ICPC or EFCC. For instance, there's specific provisions in the EFCC law for cybercrime. They have the jurisdiction to go into that crime. We don't have that jurisdiction. But once in a while, we get petitions bordering on cybercrime, and we refer such petitions to the EFCC.
Honorable Justice Eson retired stated that the law empowers the agency to investigate corrupt practices and address complaints related to the administration of departments and agencies in Oyo State. She added that they extended their sensitization efforts to tertiary institutions because students represent the future, and instilling anti-corruption values in them will help build a society where integrity is the norm and not the exception.
The law speaks of corrupt practices, that we have the power to look into any allegation of corrupt practice against anybody, any organization. Recently, we forced a contractor, a very big contractor, I don't want to mention the name, back to site. He collected government money several years ago and just absconded. You see, that is why we target the young people. They are our future leaders. We target them because they have a very important role to play. We let them imbibe by teaching them about the ill effects of corruption and what they can do to prevent and combat same. So, you know, children, they are products of their upbringing. They don't know any better than to look up to people who are in authority over them, so that in future they can shape a society where integrity is the norm rather than the exception.
Honorable Justice Eni Eson retired also stressed that the agency is intentional about how it treats individuals who appear before it, ensuring that human dignity is always upheld. Olamide Owolabi, BCOS News.
Meanwhile, the federal government on Wednesday arraigned a former Minister of Aviation, Stella Odua, at an Abuja High Court over alleged 2.4 billion naira fraud. She was arraigned alongside Gloria Odita on a 5-count charge bordering on alleged fraud, obtaining by false pretense and criminal breach of trust. The prosecution alleged that the defendants conspired in January 2014 to obtain a total of 2 billion naira from the Federal Ministry of Aviation through 2 companies under alleged fraudulent claims. The Attorney General of the Federation, Lateef Fagbemi, SAN, appeared personally for the prosecution. The defendants, however, pleaded not guilty to the charges preferred against them. The defendant's lawyer, Onyechi Ikpeazu, SAN, for Stella Odua, and Wale Balogun, SAN, for Gloria Odita, subsequently moved the application for bail, which Justice Hamza Muazu granted under self-recognition, and adjourned the matter to the 12th of February. In the meantime, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has detained a former Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, after he failed to meet bail conditions. It was gathered that the former AGF remained in custody until 10 p.m. on Tuesday. Mr. Malami has been asked by the Anti-Graft Agency to account for issues relating to money laundering, particularly the operation of suspicious accounts. He was detained over alleged terrorism financing and the whereabouts of Abacha loot recovered from Switzerland and the island of Jersey in the United Kingdom. He is expected to remain in custody until bail requirements are fulfilled. A rowdy session broke out on the floor of the House of Representatives on Wednesday as lawmakers debated a motion alleging the non-remittance of more than 5.2 trillion naira in operating surpluses. The motion under debate also covered 11 trillion naira in revenue discrepancies, all linked to the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, between 2016 and 2022. The motion, moved by the chairman of the Public Accounts Committee, Honorable Bamidele Salam, relied on findings by the committee. According to the committee's review, the CBN has an undisputed liability of 5.2 trillion naira in unremitted operating surpluses due to the federal government for the years 2016 to 2022. Trouble began when a lawmaker from Kano, Honorable Gali Mustafa Tijani, moved for an amendment for an ad hoc committee to handle the investigation. However, the amendment did not go down well with other lawmakers who said the investigation should be handled by the Public Accounts Committee, thus leading to a rowdy session and shouting match with the Speaker trying to restore order. We shall now take another short commercial break. Don't go away.
Germs always find a way back.
So disinfect your kitchen every day with Hypo.
Hypo, go Hypo. Protect your home every day with Hypo.
No grief. Protect every day with Hypo.
Hey, with Tasty Tom and Derica, your unique pin can make you a millionaire. Buy any Tasty Tom tomato mix or Derica tomato mix promo pack. Reveal the unique pin inside. Dial *8011 *2 unique pin #. Win airtime instantly and stand a chance to win big cash prizes.
Enjoy delicious meals. Text and win big.
Tasty Tom, Derica Millionaire Splash promo. Become an Odebu this season.
Governor Ademola Adeleke has emerged the Accord Party's gubernatorial candidate for the 2026 Osun State governorship election. It was at the party's primary held in Osogbo where Governor Adeleke was the sole aspirant. Governor Adeleke, who recently defected from the People's Democratic Party, secured 145 out of 150 delegate votes to clinch the Accord Party's ticket. 5 votes were voided. The outcome of the primary election was announced by the Secretary of the Accord Party Governorship Primary Committee, Abdulaziz Salaudin. At least 7 Osun State governorship aspirants on the platform of the All Progressive Congress, APC, have stepped down from the race after meeting with President Bola Tinubu on Wednesday. They have all agreed to support Bola Oyebamiji as the consensus governorship candidate in the forthcoming party primary. The meeting, the wife of the Oyo State Governor, Engineer Tamunomini Makinde, has urged